Okay, so it is 2:15 on day 2 of 75 hard. So fun. Just wanted to sit down and chat. I wanted to do this because I've wanted to do it before, and I don't know, everything just felt so up in the air, and I didn't have the commitment to it. And I know it's only day 2, but it feels a lot easier, and I think it's coming less from a place of punishment and like needing to get my body into shape, and more of this is a goal that I've wanted to do for a while, and we're gonna do it. And then I have 2 more water bottles that I have to finish. But if you're seeing this, drink some water, do as I say, not as I do. I'm feeling good. I also have like a whole structure system set into place. We'll see what happens, because I also, in doing this, I'm trying to fix my health and fix my gut health, and something that I've had for a while and had since high school, candida growth and like just bad gut health in general. So I'm doing a cleanse. I know it's a buzzword, but stripping it down, building it back up, hopefully in a better way, because I don't fully believe I ever got it out of my system. And I think as my mental health got better, my symptoms got better, but also there's some things that continually come up, like the hormonal acne and like the acne around my face here. And I also my diet is a high protein based diet. The last time I got to meet with a woman's health specialist, my insulin was a little out of whack in the hormonal range, not in the pre-diabetic diabetic range. And that's just something that I have felt, especially I have really high and wide like mood swings during my period, so a lot of those hormonal imbalances can be helped regulated with some protein. So high protein diet, hopefully doing some gut stuff, because gut is also connected to this, which is also connected to the hormones. But yeah, not doing supplementing. I just wanted to get through the first couple of days first to successfully get into it, and then the first like real week we'll be doing more, so that's so fun. But right now I've been feeling pretty okay. Hello, it is day 4, I believe, and it's 3 p.m. which is substantially later than I've done anything. Currently walking boss. But yeah, today is a struggle day. I went out last night, didn't drink, but had a really good time dancing, and so that may just be my 45 minutes. I hate to say it for exercise, but I'm on the struggle bus today, and also today starts my like cleanse for my candida. So I'm trying really, really hard to, have the right stuff in the house, but I didn't get to the gym because I was tired. Or not the gym, the grocery store. I didn't get to the grocery store because I was tired. So I'm really struggling to have everything I need diet-wise. And it is pretty upsetting and kind of like hard to feel motivation that way. Also because all I've had today is a protein bar and some bone broth, and it's already 3 p.m. And that's what happens when you stay up late. But we're getting through our 45-minute walk. Then I'm going to the grocery store with David, and hopefully things will pick up from there. So feeling hopeful. But yeah, wanted to say I'm having a really hard day. Good afternoon. It is 12:09. I am still on my first thing of water, but that's because I also have bone broth and now kefir to drink. I'm drinking a lot of fluids, but my matcha set came in the mail today, so I wanted to show everybody. I have a shelf to go with it, and maybe I'll do a little setup B-roll, but this is the set that my friend Maria has, and I wanted a cute set that I could keep, but I eventually do want to replace it. But it comes with all of these goodies and has a handbook, in case you need to learn, which I've not successfully made matcha at home yet, so this will be interesting. And it comes with all my little goodies, like the bowl, which, by the way, pink and this green color, which matches my kitchen. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. My little whisk stand. I believe this is also part of my whisk stand. Not too sure. I should read the instructions, but I haven't yet. And then obviously my matcha whisk and my little sieve strainer. Ooh. And my little sieve to put through the matcha. So this kit was, I believe, $35, and there was a coupon. And I have a bunch of matcha from Japan that I haven't gotten to use, which is so sad. So this is my gift to myself for these 30 days of cleansing / 75 days, because I do still want to have some sort of caffeine, and I think matcha would be better for me. Also, I can control the amount of sugar, which will be none at home, unfortunately. But maybe I'll become one of those no sweetness matcha drinkers, which would be pretty cool. But yeah, that's my little haul, and I'll show you my little setup once I have it going. Good afternoon. It is day 6, and I feel bad. Unsurprisingly, I mean, I have gotten rid of most of the carbs, so my energy has super decreased, which is a bummer. And we'll see what happens on my first day back to like the legitimate gym. Also, I'm swimming today, so that should be fun because I love swimming. But also, yeah, terrified to see how much energy I have, because right now I feel like I am. And usually I get like an energy drink or something, but I can't because of the sugar alcohols. So I need to find a clean matcha or whole milk or clean almond milk to put in my matcha, so I have an afternoon pick-me-up, because if we're doing this low carb, like you can tell, I haven't slept well, I'm tired, and I also didn't sleep well the night, but I think that does have to do with my diet for sure. And I would love to just push more protein at the end of the night, so maybe I'll try to do that. But yeah, struggling, unsurprising. Good morning. It is January 8th. We are on our walk and it is cold. But yeah, wanted to do a weekly recap. I know I didn't have like a ton of B-roll, but I'm gonna send it over to my thoughts and how the first week went, how changing my diet has gone, the whole 9 yards. So fun. So yeah. Hi. So I wanted to go through my first week of how this was, the good, the bad, the ugly. So I think the first thing that came up was that my gut health has changed, or at least my gut microbiome, because I stripped down no sugars, because I added a lot more probiotics and a lot more fermented foods and a lot more fiber. I think my gut health is moving in a positive direction. I have been eating similar amounts and really am surprised that my protein intake is relatively the same, and I may or may not be eating more even. But I think overall I'm excited at where my gut health is going. Obviously going to continue to boost it with probiotics. It's definitely made me think more about how and what I put into my body, which is great. And Number two, I can see changes in my body that I'm excited about. I'm definitely leaning out on the fat wise, I think, but I could be delusional. Here are my little before, and here's my after of this past week. And I am filming this like 3 weeks later, but this is for week one. And I'm pleasantly surprised with that. I've been feeling really great about those changes. Another thing is that I can do hard things. I was really worried because I failed so many times in the past, but I can do this and I've been very consistent with it, and that's just been really encouraging, along with the fact that I've added a workload to it. Last time I tried this, I wasn't employed, and then I've also started school. And so, having a structure and routine has been really great, honestly, to have markers to hit during the day to stay productive and to keep myself grounded. Another good thing is I don't miss alcohol. I wasn't a big drinker to begin with, but I really don't miss it, don't need it. And my final, and a little silly, is that I love kefir. Don't know where it's been my whole life. I'm in love with it. I could drink a whole thing in a day if I wanted to. Like, I don't know if there's any kefir brands out there, but like, please sponsor me, Trader Joe's. I'm purchasing kefir in multiple quantities, multiple times a week. Like, I love kefir. I think it's so great, and it's so great for me. And I have nothing bad to say about it. So, very good. Now to the bad, right? Because with every good thing, there's a downside. Um, I drink so much water. It is terrible. I wake up in the middle of the night having to pee. I'm constantly thinking about my water intake. I've adjusted a lot, which is great, but in that first week, I was really nauseous because of the amount of water I was drinking. And because I was nauseous, I couldn't figure out when I was hungry. Because of that, I really had this terrible 1 p.m. slump. I still sometimes have it, but I also felt like I was forcing myself to eat, and that led to nausea. It was just not an enjoyable experience overall. And I've definitely adjusted. I definitely crave water now, especially in the mornings. But, and, waking up at 3 a.m. isn't the worst thing in the world. But I think that that was really hard for me. Another thing was that I was getting done with all of my little checklist and I just wanted to rot. My screen time was up, which is not what I really wanted. And that was discouraging for sure. And, a middle ground thing was that am hungry all the time. So, what has made this easier? Having accountability partners, going into this with letting my partner know that I'm doing this, letting my friends know they're on their own health journeys, and having that community of goal setting has been really encouraging in ways that I didn't have the first time because I was forcing myself into submission. And this time I'm like, I want to do it because I know I can do it, and I have a positive community behind me to help me out with that. Another thing that has made this easier is a little reward system. Us girlies with our little treats. I have let myself once a week go get my coffee, has no sugar, follows my diet. But going to a coffee shop is something that makes me really happy. And so every week I complete, I get to go to my little coffee shop, drink a cup of coffee, sit with my friends, admire the vibes. Last week I got oatmeal, which, look, doesn't seem crazy, but it was the best oatmeal I have had in a while because making it at home just isn't as good. And in 30 days, I'm going to grab new bands because whoever took mine from the gym, I hope you like them because I sure did. So I'm going to replace some of my workout equipment. 60 days, I'm going to reset with my favorite supplements or things that I'm like, oh, this is a health thing that I really wanted to get, but I haven't proven to myself that I'm consistent enough to get it. And then at 75, I'm going to get myself a set of cute dumbbells because I work out at home a lot, especially on days where I'm not in the office, and I don't like having to go to the office. That's been a really, really struggle for me, especially with being off some days, whatever. Like, having access to weights is really important to me. So I would just like to have a set at home that I could use. Finally, what's hard about this is that social settings are a little difficult. we haven't been able to go and eat out. Restaurant week is next week, and I can't do that because my diet's so strict. And obviously, you go out, you want to have food, you want to have drinks. So it's a little difficult to manage that stuff and trying to like navigate that. But people have been really accommodating, which is so nice. And yeah, I think the whole thing is kind of awkward to be like, oh, I can't have that. And then people are like, oh, why? What are you doing? Like, are you okay? And it's explaining that I'm okay. I'm trying to fix this. And it's like a little awkward. And I haven't been able to, I don't know, communicate it in a way that doesn't make me feel awkward. So maybe that's a me thing, but yeah. Also, buying Whole Foods is expensive. I bought like the Costco bundles of like strawberries, cherries, and blackberries, and that was like $30, which granted, in bulk, so much better than me going to Trader Joe's and buying them every single day, every single day, every single day. But yeah, overall, it's kind of expensive. And I don't know how things in the future, especially with tariffs and other things coming around, I don't know how that's going to change the ability to eat healthy, especially for folks who are really interested in doing something like this or interested in following like a very health conscious diet. Now, the things that surprised me the most overall about this whole week was that I miss carbs. I love carbs. I think they're great. And I could really feel that in my like afternoon slumps that I really could use a pick me up and use some energy, and I didn't have access to that, and that was really hard. Um, Also, as I said before, I've become more thoughtful about how I'm going to introduce foods back into my diet, what I'm introducing back in, instead of having a protein shake filled with a bunch of weird ingredients. Maybe I do some kefir, add some chia seeds, add some natural fruits with fiber, and try to get my protein in that way. And if I'm eating more calories, I'm eating more calories. Another thing that surprised me was that I'm not tracking food explicitly, but when I do, I hit my protein goals very, very clearly. Like this morning, I had 3 eggs, which 6 times 3, 18, plus 9 from my matcha latte. 18 plus 9 is what, 27 grams of protein, which is pretty much on par with what I would be eating when I was trying to boost protein, anyways. And I feel more satiated and I feel like I'm eating more, which is all a bunch of pluses for me. It goes hand in hand with, again, what I was saying before, becoming more thoughtful about what I'm eating, thinking about how it affects my body. And that's been really, really cool. And my last thing was that nonfiction books can be interesting. Maybe if you're not a nonfiction reader, try an anecdotal book, try an ethnographic book, try a book that's telling a story rather than just giving you scientific facts. They can be dry for sure, but they can also be really interesting. Right now, I'm reading You Be the Girl, or You Play the Girl, and it's going through media from the 70s to modern day and talking about how it creates women to be something that we're not, and how these one-sided characters are the expectation of women. And it's been really cool, and it also makes me want to go look at these pieces, go look at the Stepford Wives that they reference and see the things that the author is talking about, which has made it really exciting. So overall, I feel like week one had its ups, had its downs, but I think we're on the up and up, and I'm excited to continue filming this journey. If you haven't been here before, hi. I would love if you stayed. I would love to create a little community. But if not, I appreciate you watching this, looking at my insights, and I hope you're having a great day. It's a Friday for me, so happy Friday. But hopefully you stay for the next one, and I'll see you later. Ciao.